Alright. Welcome back. Now we're doing ending 2, I guess. Or actually, let's turn that on and see how it changes us. What scores you actually have to have. 2. Okay, that's how that is. Now, Mr. Nito, you can give me your side of the incident. I move to speak, but an overwhelming feeling of exhaustion falls over me as I recount the events of the last few days. Okay, now that it changed. Wait. Yeah, both faults. While Mia was completely out of line the whole way through, it's true that we provoked her into doing what she did. If we had just come to Scalar about this earlier, none of this would have happened. So doesn't that put some of the blame on us? I look over at Mia, who's currently staring at me with an intimidating glare. I quickly shift my gaze to Ben, who seems to be offering me a supportive smile. Fine, I don't want to make this any bigger than it already is. I only blinded Mia with the camera flash because I thought she was hurting Olivia. We were scared, so we ran away. There wasn't any time to explain the situation. It was just a big misunderstanding, Miss Scalar. That's all. Right. As Scalar considers my explanation, Ben shifts towards me and pats me on the back. I'd call you a cuck, but we both know that's not true. His gesture of support is contrasted by the evil grin painted on the face of the Crimson Devil towering behind him. We all stand in silence as we await a verdict. Ahem. The principal stands directly in front of us now with an unreadable expression. I just noticed the cat painting. In addition to the report itself, our Ideken left behind his account of what happened. In it, he describes Mia's actions as openly hostile and intentional. Could you blame her? She couldn't see anything, and she was in a lot of pain. In either case, it seems both parties are in agreement as to what happened. Ideken didn't mention a motive in his report for some reason, but I suppose that clears it up. Besides, making a big deal out of this during the audit isn't such a good idea. Principal Scalar looks ready to object to the line of thinking, but ultimately says nothing. Now, I would like to give the benefit of the doubt, especially at a time like this, but given the extent of the destruction, I don't feel I can do that. It would bring me no greater relief than to have you off of my mind for a few days, Miss Moretti. Why is she calling her Mrs.? And anyways, it doesn't matter. But given both of your classmates' statements, you may not be fully to blame. I think a week of Saturday detentions to assist with cleaning up the hallway is in order. Is that like a full 7 days of it for each week? Whatever, I guess. Huh? Miss Scalar, if I may. The principal sighs and nods. I spoke with the janitors about it. They all agreed that it could be done in a single day if they have enough hands. And they all have plans for December. It wouldn't be fair to bring them in and cancel their leave. Miss Scalar growls and rubs her temples. Right, in that case. Okay, you're helping me out. Mia, Inko, you'll both get one Saturday detention to help repair the hallway. You are expected to arrive at 10 a.m. sharp and work on cleaning up the mess you made. Now, if the three of you don't mind, please leave me be. I have more important things to focus on. She doesn't even look up at any of us. I turn towards Ben, who looks absolutely relieved. And Mia, who looks positively overjoyed. She skips out of the office without another word, leaving both Ben and I to stare blankly at each other for a few seconds. Eventually, we shuffle out of the room together. Well, I guess that's it. Damn it, I've never gotten detention before. But I find it hard to care much, anyway. I just want to go home, or go see Olivia again. Inko? Are you okay? You're a real bastard, you know that? My head turns half-heartedly towards Ben. No, not really. Look, man, I'm really sorry for what happened back there. No, you're not. You're gonna get some head after this. But thanks for helping me out. I didn't want to make a big deal out of this since me and Olivia are both struggling. Speaking of Olivia, is she doing all right? She's at home right now. Well, you ought to comfort her. She's going through a lot right now. You think I don't know that? I know you are too. You could use each other, especially after what happened. I'm already going to see her after school. That's good. I have to go, but thanks again, Inko. You really did me a solid there. Solid here. Hope you enjoy shooting ropes, you fucking bastard. What is wrong with me today? My God. Besides, detention isn't all that bad. And it's not going to appear on your record. I can make sure of that. Thanks, Ben. Don't mention it. With a smile, the student council president nods at me and turns to leave. Before long, it's just me standing in the empty hallway outside of the office. It's only lunch, and I already want to go home and fall asleep. At least Damien and Liz are probably waiting for me. After school, I took the metro back home to shower and put on some new clothes. As it turns out, my parents really were on a business trip for the weekend, as indicated by a sticky note on the fridge. Harumph. Well, I'm back at the Paynes regardless. Randy opens the front door to let me in. Dun, dun, dun. Ah, there you are. Damien mentioned that you'd be coming over later. Hey, Randy. Say, Inko, I was wondering if you wouldn't mind shoveling the snow off the driveway when you can. Sure, buddy. Old bud. Buddy, old pal. Not your guy, friend. Would really appreciate it. I'll even pay you a couple bucks for it. In this economy, that wouldn't go far. Can barely even see a movie on on that much. Oh, I'm real fucking lucky that I can just. It's like about, God, like maybe $6 to $8 around that range. I keep forgetting the actual price for just one person for me to just go see a movie. And from what I've heard, I'm a real lucky bastard in that regard. Like $20 for like one person? That's wild. Like, I wouldn't bother at all if that were the case. Like, I'll just pay for the Blu-ray, I guess. If it's something I'm interested in. And those are like 20 to 30. So, might as well just do it that way. No need for the payment, sir, as thanks for letting me come unannounced again. Thanks a bunch, really. Why are you kicking her out? Why? Why though? As Randy leaves, I collapse onto the couch and let my head rest against the comforter. God, that whole thing with Ben and Mia really took a lot out of me. The weight of my heavy thoughts drag my head sideways until I can see Olivia's bedroom door. My eyes linger there as I consider getting up to see her, or just giving her some time to come out. She has to know I'm here now, right? She probably does. She also probably doesn't want to do her silly knee walk thing again. I wonder how mad she'd be if I caught it on camera. Her presence then cuts off my view before sitting right next to me. Hey, bud. Hey, you alright, Inky? I just love him so much. look at him. Oh. You were kind of out of it at lunch. For a moment, I considered telling Damien about what happened. But honestly, the last thing I want to do is bring this sort of drama into what I could consider my safe haven. Yeah, all right, Damien. Just had a rough time at school, and I'm hoping to take my mind off of it. It's pretty understandable. I mean, with everything that's been going on and all. If you only knew. In an attempt to comfort me, Damien pats my shoulder. Tell you what, I'll finish up my homework, then we can all chill over a game of Rock Ring or something. Hell yeah, brother. That sound good? We can play some Marvel too. Fucking finally. Fucking finally I can just sit here and play these games. Real easy. No need to set up an emulator or anything. That sound good? Yeah, that sounds good. Sweet. Alone again. My stomach is aflutter with butterflies as I get up from the couch. Olivia's room is just a couple steps away, and each one stirs the butterflies even more. Once I reach it, I feel like I'm in the shadow of a colossal monolith. Come on, Nico, you just gotta knock. Damn it, arm, just lift up. Stop shaking. I'm awake, Uncle Randy. It's me, Olivia. I hear a quiet shuffling before Olivia speaks up, more loudly this time. Inko? Yeah, are you, okay? Decent? Damn. This dude loves it. He loves it. Oh my god. Damn you, brain. Can I come in? Yeah, just watch your step. Watch my step? My hand is still shaking as it makes contact with the knob. With a deep, calming breath, the butterflies finally start slowing down, and I'm able to push the door open. And see blackness. Olivia? The room is extremely dark. The only source of light is coming in from the entryway. I have to take my sunglasses off in an attempt to see through the darkness better. Olivia? What the heck happened in here? Why is it so dark? I make out Olivia's shape in her bed. It's a long story. Come sit on the bed. Don't you have a lamp? Can't you turn it on? I don't want to ruin it. Is darkness really necessary for whatever this is? Yes. Alright. Jeez. I take a few careful steps forward and stub my toe on the edge of the bed. I fall forward onto it, crunching into something. Oh. Shit, Inko. just sitting there. Oh. Are you alright? Yeah. I have a better view now. Olivia sits in the middle of her bed, wrapped in her blanket. Surrounding her are piles and stacks of her old drawings and sketchbooks throughout the years. They're arranged in rings around her. And I've fallen onto the outer ring. Whoops. Oh, crap. Sorry. Get up, get up. I carefully lift myself back up. There's not too much damage. Olivia shoos me off that part of the bed. What is all this? Actually, how is it so dark to begin with? Don't you have a wand? I can explain. Please do. Olivia inhales deeply. After you left, I had some time to really think. It was just me and my thoughts, alone. Maybe a little too alone. Something within me just needed to come out. I just felt this need to... Well, I was inspired to do this. Some act of defiance against the world. Or something. I'm still figuring all this out. I feel kind of bad now. Just leaving you alone here. I'm sorry. I could have called out sick or something. There's no need to feel bad, though. I really needed this. Because after I got everything set up, I got to thinking. And I had all day to do it. Ida can put a lot of effort on me. He wouldn't be proud of me throwing a pity party for myself. So all this, I'm getting it out of my system. They're called performance pieces. when someone does this sort of thing. It's all I can do, but I think it's enough. A performance piece. Olivia, this is amazing. You're able to keep striving onward with your work. Thanks. I mean it. You're not missing a beat, not letting what happened get you down. And here I've been all day, all gloomy. All gloomy. And here I've been all day, all gloomy. I admire it. I guess you're right. That's one way of looking at it. Do you want to come out into the living room? No, I think I want to stay here a while longer. It still hurts. All right. I squeeze her hand and head back to her door. I'll be out here for a while then. She nods and shuts the lamp off again. I shut the door and sit back on the couch. A performance piece. I never would have thought of that. Man, that really is something else. Poor Vinny. Inky. Hey, Vinny. I wave at Vinny and Damien, the two brothers entering the living room from behind me. I guess their room is back there. Man, do I have some great timing or what? Oh. Zipping around. I take a moment to consider what he means when Vinny plants himself right in front of the television and begins pulling something from the cabinet underneath. Oh. You mean it's game time then? Yeah, man, it's game time. Let's effing go, gamers. Damien takes a spot right next to his brother and helps him in setting up the large squat block of the console. Man, that thing looks pretty old. And huge. And huge. Oh! You don't... You're not gonna get the remasters or anything? Well... Okay, we're all set. The controller is tossed into my lap, and I marvel at how large it is. Oh my god. How am I supposed to play anything on this? The buttons are in weird diagonal ass shit. Oh my god. Thanks, Damien. You ever notice how how big a PlayStation 5 controller is compared to a PS3 one? Like, whenever I think about that, it just makes me feel like a man-child. Like those PS1 and 2 controllers were made for much smaller hands, not big greasy paws like this. Like, I shouldn't be using this anymore. How old am I? Like, how is a tiny little hand supposed to use this? Anyways, thanks, Damien. But I'm not much of a gamer. In fact, I've never actually played anything more than some Flash games online. Anyway. Nah, it's cool. We could play something simple until you get used to it, or, I don't want to be a bother, Damien. I'll be fine just watching for now. That's weird, Inky. You're weird. Listen here. Listen here, you little shit. Bro, chill. Give Inko some time. He'll be playing once he sees how awesome it is. The young boy nods and focuses back on the screen. The screen flashes to a menu screen of some kind. Reclining deeper into the couch, I allow my mind to drift. My lids are growing heavy. Oh, I don't know how long my brain was off, only that it came back when I heard the telltale noise of a door hinge opening. Looking in the direction of the noise, I see Olivia on her knees, casually shuffling along the floor to the couch. Hey, Olivia. The game pauses when I say that, and the two brothers also wave to her. Hey guys, dinner ready yet? Almost, little ace. Randy's shout came from the kitchen. When did he get here? Man, I must have spaced out for a while. A quick check of my phone says I've been in deep thought for at least an hour. Okay, the fish is ready for you guys. 3 p.m. Winter fans. Fish. Choke on it? What? Huh? Ooh. Sorry. But I didn't hear any cooking. And I don't smell anything. You kids coming? Just a sec. Olivia and Vinny follow after Randy's voice without a word, while Damien quickly pauses his game and sets the controllers aside before motioning me to join them. I push myself up and trudge towards the kitchen. Inside, the Payne family is hurrying to sit at the dining room table. Even Olivia is struggling to help herself onto a chair, but a hand from Damien pulls her up. On the dining room table sits a silver tray covered in raw fish, wasabi, bottles of soy sauce, and slices of ginger. Ever have sashimi, Inko? I'm actually very familiar with it. I'm surprised at my sudden turn of luck. Many times, actually. My family orders stuff like this on the weekends a lot. Hey, that's great to hear. Well, don't just stand there. Feel free to join us. I eagerly take a seat, starting to feel slightly rejuvenated. Everybody begins to pass out plates to one another, and we all pluck pieces of salmon from the tray and place them onto our plates. 5 minutes in, and everybody is enjoying the fish. I can't help but notice nobody else is eating properly, though. They soak their fish in soy sauce, and the ginger seems to be eaten at random, rather than used as a palate cleanser. If it's like one thing, why would you... Anyways, why would you need a palate cleanser if you're just eating the one thing? To just wantonly eat this delicious meal like that. Am I going to be an idiot? I raise my voice to get the attention of everybody at the table. You know you're supposed to be using the wasabi and soy sauce on the same piece of fish, right? On opposite sides, like this. I offer a demonstration. No kidding. Good to know. And the ginger slices are supposed to be eaten between pieces as a way of cleansing your palate and aiding digestion. Come on, who has the time? Plus, I like the taste. If you're gonna eat traditional food, you should eat it the right way. Damien smirks at me, and I can tell neither he nor Vinny has bothered to listen to what I have to say. At least Randy and Sophia have at least tried out the technique, albeit sloppily. And Olivia is looking at me with a bit of a pout on her face. What's wrong? We're not at a restaurant, Inko. Let them eat however they want. But the current way ensures a balanced flavor. Maybe, but there's no accounting for taste, you know? Technique is the most important part of food like this. In some cases, it's even deadly if you don't follow careful instructions. Ever heard of fugu sashimi? It's made from pufferfish, and if you don't prepare it right, it can be deadly. Good thing we're not eating pufferfish then. Well, yeah, but it's the idea behind it. You're welcome to eat it however you want. Just let us enjoy the food, okay? Fine. Olivia gives me an earnest smile before returning to her fish. It's a little disappointing to hear, especially since they don't get to eat this kind of food very often. It's kind of a waste if they don't eat it right. After dinner, Olivia, the Payne brothers, and I are back in the living room. On the TV screen, two large robot-looking figures fire at one another with automatic weapons. How would a caveman... So do the cavemen have advanced suits of armor? Or are they just using bones or something? I don't know. Not one bothered to keep track of time. We were all too enraptured by the pixelated entertainment before us. Which is how I'd missed my last chance home. Mrs. Payne didn't look too upset, though. In fact, I think they expected me to spend the night again. Especially with how Randy had been so quick to pull out some blankets and pillows for me. Both of the parents insisted I stay, and it's not like I could realistically walk home. So once again, I'm staying over. And currently sat at the foot of the couch with Olivia, and we're both bundled up to stave off the chilly winter night. The soft growling purr that Olivia makes when she's content has become almost therapeutic to me. So, how are you feeling? I really enjoy spending time with everyone like this. Thank you for being here, Inko. I feel a lot better knowing that you're with me. Same here. Her palm wraps around my left hand, and I give her a reassuring smile. In all honesty, I should probably go to bed now. Don't want to be tired and sad, you know? Yeah, I get it. Well, you could always join me in my room. I don't think that's a good idea. I don't feel like putting blankets together and throwing them out the window. I don't think I couldn't. I don't think anybody would allow that. Randy would slice me open. Randy would kill me. Yeah, you're right. You want to help me up? Yeah, sure. With some careful movements and support of her tail, I help Olivia shuffle herself towards her room. I narrowly avoid stubbing my toe again as I set her down on the bed, and she quickly wraps herself in blankets. See you in the morning, Nico. You too. I quickly make my exit and close the door behind me, eager to hide the growing blush on my face. At this rate, I don't think I'll ever get used to this whole romance thing. Either way, I head back to the living room and fall on the couch, getting ready to pass out. All in all, today was pretty good. Mornings in the Payne residence were lively, to say the least. Almost gave my leg a cramp. Or maybe it's because it's a Saturday. That is to say, my weekend sleep schedule was cut far shorter than I would have liked. Mostly by Damien's little brother landing feet first on my chest and knocking the air out of my lungs. Oh, Inky! That's the second time in a row. I sputter and sit up in an attempt to get back some precious oxygen. Vinny immediately sat on the pillow I'd used. Morning, Vinny. A check of my phone says it's 7:30. 4 hours too early. The TV flickers to life, and Vinny starts flicking through the channels at a speed only he can comprehend. That's how it is. Morning, Inko. Sorry about the wake-up call. It's Vinny's favorite season. Winter? Hockey. Vinny cheers loudly, and I look to the screen to see a player being brutally slammed into the protective glass of the ice rink. Violence. Is Olivia up yet? Damien shrugs. Probably not. You guys were up pretty late last night. Plus, it's the weekend. Best to just let her sleep off the food coma. She'll come out of her room eventually. Fair enough. As much as I would enjoy sleeping in as well, Damien and Vinny have taken occupancy over my pseudo-bed. There is the recliner next to us, but I'm not going to defile what must be Randy's throne. His recliner of rage. May as well stay up then, I guess. Mind if I get a bowl of cereal? Help yourself, amigo. At least I can check on any updates with my blogs. I head into the kitchen and make myself a bowl, being sure to add some sugar and honey from the condiment cupboard this time. Taking a seat at the table, I begin scrolling through my phone's feed while shoveling cereal into my mouth. As always, it's top-of-the-line content. It's simply great how much can be done now with social networks, really giving a voice to the people. Are you... I doubt you can, but are you still able to use RSS for YouTube? I think you used to be able to. Is RSS still a thing? Or did they just phase it out and nobody noticed? I consider sharing it with the others, but I don't want to ruin their fun. Afterwards, I rejoin Damien and Vinny in the living room, both of whom are absolutely enthralled by the hockey game playing on the TV. With every hit of the puck or rogue shoulder check, the brothers explode with either excitement or devastation. The two also take turns assaulting me with more hockey trivia than I'll ever be able to use, particularly about Vinny's favorite goalie. And then he got into a fight with the entire hockey team and was transferred to this one. He's great. He's not that great. You just like him because he gets into the most fights. Yeah! You sure like this sport. Heck yeah! The games are just my kind of thing. That guy that's up right now is also cool. He's... Are you freaking kidding me? You freaking fricks! Oh, that's a load of bull. Why didn't McDonald get the penalty? That guy sucks. Finny, language. Sorry. Vinny, tell me about your collection. Oh, I got all the bobbleheads for this team. Let me show you. Does he actually like the sport or just the constant brawling? Is there really that much of a difference? Yeah. Yes, actually. Jokes aside, yeah, he actually likes it despite the ice. We should play some street hockey sometime once it warms up. Yep. Not if it's always this chaotic. Relax, there's protective gear you can use. None of it will cover your neck though, so be careful. Just one time when I was a kid, I was at a school fundraiser thing, you know, and and afterwards you can just kind of go into the schoolyard of it, and there was like the soccer goalie things, the nets. I thought it was a good idea to just sprint towards it, and I thought I could just go through the net. Well, I couldn't, because it stops at a certain point. It won't go all the way up, you know. It just stops at a certain point and just right on the neck. I think I flew backwards. Oh my lord. That was okay though. So if you ever have a kid, or you're currently in charge of looking after a kid, and just be careful. They'll get the most random ideas in their head. That's not the point. Here they are. The young boy dumps an armful of beaten up plastic figures into my lap. Wow, that's a lot. Vinny grins as he takes each of the wobbly-headed figures and gives me a brief explanation of who exactly they are. This bruiser here, he's known for his mean right hook. With descriptions like that, I am absolutely sure I'd rather sit out any game involving Vinny. Acid punch! That's probably why he did it, to begin with. I hear the nearby door creak open. Out crawls a tired gator, rubbing the sleep from her eyes. She helps herself up on the couch. Morning, sleepyhead. Welcome back to the land of the living. Morning, Livia. Olivia, still closed, mumbles out what sounds like a good morning. Sleep well? Kinda. Couldn't fall asleep until 2 in the morning. Damien and Vinny start shouting in victory as the home team gets the final score. What a slap shot! Heard the excitement in the room, watching hockey again. Sophia settles herself onto the recliner, opening up her laptop. Oh, the school's weekly newsletter. The school's weekly newsletter just came in. Turn down the volume, Damien. Sure thing. Alright, first it says there's a basketball game this Friday against the Tailspikes. In preparation for finals, tutoring will be open after school for everyone that needs it. Damien? I got it covered, Mom. Liz is helping me out. I hope so. Senioritis. Never heard of that. I hope so. Senioritis won't be tolerated here. Ooh, this is interesting. To all our students, you are invited to St. Hammond High Schools. To all our students, you are invited to St. Hammond High School's 201 to 2023 Winter Formal. Winter Formal? Damien yawns and stretches his arms behind his back. Yeah, some event for seniors they got every year. Basically a dance, but more fancy. It's like the biggest event of the year. You know, next to graduation or prom or whatever. I don't think any of my previous schools ever did something like this. Just regular dances. Immerse yourself in the serene beauty of the wintry night sky with music, food, entertainment, and much more. We will also be hosting a special memorial for one of St. Hammond's finest teachers who has recently passed, Mr. Trent Ideken. Shoot, that's going to be tough to see. The event will take place at the Volcadera Convention Center on Friday, December 15th, from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Tickets for the Winter Formal are now on sale online or in Mrs. Prockling's class in room 211. 211. $15 for one and $30 for couples. Please read our event dress code to know what will and will not be tolerated for the formal. Have a great weekend. Go Feathertails. Well, it seems like you three have something to look forward to next month. Mrs. Payne closes her laptop with a smile and sets it aside. Mom, it's about that time. She gasps and checks the clock on the wall. I nearly forgot. Vinny, get your kimono on. I'll start the car. It's called a gi, Mom. Wait, what? It's called a gi, Mom. I'll probably be running some errands while he's at karate practice. Oh. I was like, wait, what? What direction are we going? Why would you get that confused? I'll probably be running some errands while he's at karate practice, so I'll be out until dinner. I'm sure Vinny didn't mean to karate chop my throat. Oh my God. Oh God, whoever writes this, they're funny. They're really funny. I'm sure Vinny didn't mean to karate chop my throat as he got up. He's just eager to get to class. The back rub from Olivia helps to clear my airway quicker at least. That boy's got some secret techniques. If they can't breathe, they can't fight back. Well then. Damien switches on some game and slumps in his familiar position in the recliner in mere seconds. I don't even know how he kept track of the blur of colors on screen. I feel like it's going to give me a seizure if I look too hard. So, you two are going together and smooching, right? A powerful, crushing force attempts to pulverize my fingers into mulch. Oh my God. Damien, you can't just start a conversation like that. Olivia's hand relents and leaves my palm feeling tender. Relax, I'm joking. Sorta. Your arm's around her shoulder and all. How did this happen? Oh my God. When did that get there? I go to remove it, but Olivia holds on tight. Yeah, well, you plan on going to the winter formal with Liz? Hell yeah, why wouldn't I? That was a fast answer. He shrugs. The formal, I don't, Well, I mean, I'm still stuck at home, you know? Crap, yeah. You know when you'll get the replacement chair? Could be a week. Could be longer. The mail system around here is annoying. Jeez. Hey, I'll come visit every day after school. Aw, thanks. Still, that's at least a week of her not stepping foot outside. Damien was only half joking about us going to the winter formal, and that's definitely a good idea. Actually, I turn to Olivia and give her my undivided attention. Yes? Well, I was thinking. You and me and all, my head tilts in confusion like a dog. Yes? A frustrated growl emanates from her clenched maw. You, me, somewhere together. What? As her annoyance grows visibly on her face, I can't help but shy away. I fear she's gonna snap. Whoa! My back hits the rug on the floor roughly as Olivia hovers over me on her hands and knees, like Cosmo. Olivia? You, me, together, go somewhere. God. Wait, does she mean like a date? Yes! Oh. I've never been on a date. And I only know what I've seen in movies and shows and stuff. Well, we are a couple now, so this would be a regular thing. Right? Sure, yeah, the date sounds good. Her tail waves happily behind her, and her annoyed face finally melts away into smug satisfaction. So, where do you want to go then? Well, I've got some ideas. Okay. And you'll definitely love them. Of course. And I promise it won't be anything crazy expensive. I don't mind, Olivia. Great. Perfect. She lowers herself onto me, wrapping her arms around me in a powerful hug that threatens my lungs and spine. Oh, stop trying to crush me in half. I do my best to return the hug, but at best it comes as me kind of petting her back with both hands. It seems to be enough, though, as I feel the rumbling purr she emits. Ahem. Shut up. We're having a moment, Damien. Yeah, a moment in the living room. Shouldn't you have it on your actual date? No, I'm making up for lost time. What? Nothing. You shut up, too. Okay. I'm too busy enjoying the feeling of her purring atop of me anyways. The rest of our day was spent in that living room, crowded around the old TV. At first, Olivia kept playing a few games, but after a while, she swapped it over to a comedy channel on cable. Comedy Central will let you get away with anything, man. My God. It was pretty fun to relax a while, take our mind off of things, and chuckle every now and again at some bozo getting pranked in public. When the sun began to set, though, I decided I should head home. I needed a shower and change of clothes, and both of Damien's parents were still out. It felt bad when I left Damien's place that night. Or rather, I felt bad looking at Olivia as I walked away from his house. It only grew worse as I went from the metro to my quiet neighborhood and ultimately our empty home. Seeing the small pile of letters at the front door made me realize what that feeling was. Loneliness. Maybe I should have waited to ask the Paynes if I could have spent the entire weekend. If I did that, would I be overstaying my welcome? I don't want to abuse their hospitality after all. A ping. Withdrawing my phone from my jack pocket, I see that Olivia just sent me a new doodle. What's going on with this rat? It was nice having you over. Despite the coldness in the house, Olivia's message brings some warmth to my heart. I had fun. Hopefully I can come over again soon. Still figuring out where we can go for our date. Take your time. We have at least a week. Kicking my door closed, I head for my computer so I can continue talking to her online. Occasionally I search online for any forum or blog updates while she's gushing over her favorite anime. I lose track of how much time we spend instant messaging and sharing videos. But by the time I check my computer's clock, I realize it's past midnight. Shoot, I'm gonna be exhausted tomorrow. Totally worth it. The next few days went by without much fanfare. By the time I knew it, the weekend had already passed, and I was back to my usual weekday routine. Go to school, go do the work, hang out with Olivia, and then head back home. As much as I felt compelled to check in on her after school, I didn't want to become intrusive. Besides, Olivia and I still talked over text and online anyway, and she said she was getting by just fine. Once Friday finally comes around again, though, I find myself lounging on the Payne's couch with Olivia. Initially, she had called me over to show off her new wheelchair. And who was I to say no? Look at her. She's flipping. Watching her do donuts in the living room till she was exhausted was certainly entertaining, and a good demonstration of how nice the new chair was. But now it sat abandoned in the middle of the room, while Olivia sprawled across the rest of the couch, with her head laid out across my lap. My hand runs across her back, eliciting more of those sweet gator purrs of hers. Though the relaxing mood ends when the purrs stop and she speaks up. I've been thinking of our date, Inko. Oh? Do tell. The annual Volcadera Modernist Expressionist Art Showcase. I've only been there a few times with Ideken on school trips. I figured we could check it out. Modernist Expressionist. Can't even envision what that style would be like. Oh, that certainly does sound experimental. I know. I can't wait to see what new ways people have to express their ideas. I'd love to see if I could meld it into my own work. Her thirst for artistic knowledge is certainly commendable. Yeah, sure. Sounds like fun. Perfect. Trust me, Inko, it'll be a great experience for the both of us. I'm excited to see it. For the rest of the afternoon, Olivia shows off more of her video game collection. She even convinces me to play a few rounds of one of her favorite party games. I still suck pretty bad at all of this, even though this game is mostly just luck. What the fuck? But it was fun. Saturday morning, the big day is here. Olivia started sending me restless texts after midnight. Honestly, I was pretty excited too, so I stayed up with her for a while. She sent excited ideas and doodles of her plans for the day. And they became increasingly unhinged and wobbly until I had to convince her to go to bed. Man, she's cute. Anyways, it's only about 10 in the morning. I'm left sorting through a dozen or so reminder texts from Olivia, like she's afraid I'll forget. I realize too late that I don't have much time to get ready, so I skip breakfast, get dressed, and head out the door. Olivia studied the metro schedule, so she'll be in the same cabin that comes to pick me up. It's a pretty nice day out, especially for a trip to the city. Despite the sun shining and blue skies, the air is brisk enough for a light jacket. Hopefully the showcase is heated well. Before long, the metro comes sliding into the station and reaches a halt. Inko, over here. Olivia waves me over after we spot each other. Hey, Olivia. Inko, did you get my text? Sorry. Yeah, all 50 of them. You really know which stop? You already know which stop we're getting off at? I have it memorized. I scouted out the whole place online. It's not far from South Falcadera Central. Heck yeah. Anything in particular you're looking forward to seeing? Yeah. It said this place has a whole section dedicated to Expressionism. Uh-huh. You don't know what that means, do ya? Nope, I just click pretty pictures with my magic expensive talent box. Alright, alright. I'll tell you the absolute basics. Sorry. The art genres for dummy, goofy, silly little babies. Wait, what? The art genres for dummy, goofy, little, silly babies. Silly billies. That's your worst one yet. Hush. Olivia smiles to herself, gathering her thoughts. Modernism tends to be more abstract, so you're going to see a lot of attempts at high-concept stuff. Some of it is going to completely miss the mark. Some of it is going to involve a little statue of a guy jerking off into his own mouth. So don't think too hard about the meaning. If you don't get the gist of it in less than a minute, chances are it's just pretentious. Right, I'll keep that in mind. Okay, so Expressionism is an art form focused on invoking specific emotions or feelings in the viewer. And as a predominantly post-war style, it really strives to capture the visual elements of disassociation, fear, and even death. The next thing I remember is being pulled by the hand off the train. Alright, we're close. I'm so excited. Thank you for going with me. Yeah, no problem. Come on, we've got all day and I'm not wasting a second of it. Olivia drags me out of the metro down the custom-paved walkway. This part of town sure is different. It's just on the outskirts of the downtown area, with skyscrapers looming overhead mere blocks away. Very city-like, but also very lush with plants and landscaping. Can I do this? Just close enough to the business that the wealth is shared, but not enough so is Just close enough to the businesses that the wealth is shared, but not enough so it's invaded by regulated concrete offices. There's more suburbs nearby as well. The place we're going to may as well be a city center with how close it is to the normal life. It's a standard of living I could certainly get used to. The McMansion we live in is fine, but this sort of thing just really appeals to me for some reason. I can't say what it is, though. I'm imagining starting a family here. Inko. Did you say something? We're almost here. Look. Olivia jabs her finger at a building ahead of us on the walkway. Surrounded by a wide open field stands a vaguely modernist-looking building. Ugh. Yeah, I decided to get a little something. I might get one or two more if in the future if I feel like it. No, it fits like a charm. It's like exact what it needs to be, you know? I hate it. I hate the way it looks on me. It makes me look so stupid. How do people... Their entire brand is them wearing headphones like this. Like, it's just... Oh! It sent shivers down my spine. Yeah, we were starting to date. We're almost here. Look. Olivia jabs her finger at a building ahead of us on the walkway. Surrounded by a wide open field stands a vaguely modernist-looking building. The structure and overall design makes it seem like the building itself is a part of the exhibit, while also not being too intrusive with the surrounding architecture. And the door doesn't budge. Huh? Olivia impatiently tries pulling the door open again, trying to jerk it open. It clunks uselessly. What the fuck? Olivia, the sign? It opens at 10. And my phone says it's only 9:30. But it's been a little while. Oh, automatically saved. So, yeah. So I kind of forgot where we're at exactly. But I'll be reminded when editing. She's interrupted by a low rumbling noise, and a dusting of red blooms on her cheeks. Olivia? Did you just wake up and rush to the metro without breakfast? Yeah. Well, I can't blame you. I was excited and forgot to eat as well. Sorry. Don't be sorry. There's a local cafe just across the street. I gesture at it. Come on, let's get out of the cold. Okay. Anyways, Olivia was doing a good job of ignoring the chills, but she gave a deep sigh of relief once we entered the warm cafe. We order breakfast with hot chocolate and take a seat near the window. Olivia takes her first warm sip and melts into her chair. For a while, we just rest quietly. She looks back to the gallery building. One other reason I wanted to go here. I need to give a speech at the formal. For Attican. Something that'd make him proud. Something that'd do him justice. Oh. I heard some of his earlier work ended up here. I wanted to see it. That's a very thoughtful idea, Olivia. Do you really think it's here? It better be. It better be. Olivia blows into her hot chocolate and then takes a deep, careful sip. With the early morning lighting and the building in the back, it sets a delicately somber mood. A young lady taking a moment to herself from the elements outside. No, I'm not letting this chance escape me. Hey, stay still a second. Do that again. I want to save this. The red creeps back across her cheeks. The coloring only enhances the potential shot before me. I lift my camera and carefully back away from Olivia, surveying the shot from all angles. Will you hurry up? Shh. Just go back to the hot cocoa, Olivia. It's weird, Inko. You're being weird. Though she said that, Olivia does return to savoring the warm drink slowly. It's as her lips finally touch against the cup that the shot is perfect. My camera clicks in rapid succession, capturing the entire moment of her delicate sip. Even her soft sigh after, and scarlet on her cheeks growing more and more, and... Go. Oh, sorry, Liv. Got the shot. God. Oh. Returning to the table, I turned the display her way so she could see the best of the 15 shots. Her face practically explodes with embarrassment as she draws her hoodie up to hide it. You look great, Olivia. Shut it. Do you really think so? Absolutely. You're more photogenic than you think, Olivia. With an annoyed huff, she pulls her hoodie back. You suck at compliments, Inko. Even as she said that, her smile speaks even louder. Olivia looks back out again. Is that? Oh yeah, people are going in. Come on, let's go. I nod and put my things away. Olivia's already at the door while I throw our trash out. Alright, for real this time. Art gallery, here we come. That was a unique transition. The door swings open this time, granting us access to the treasures within. Upon entering the hall, it feels as though we're transported into a new world. One I've experienced before, the Nouveau Riche world. Those fucking bastards. Assuming I'm directly in front of the camera, a better look. That fits me. I guess what they say is true. I guess black is a little slimming. It hides my tits a little better than those other shirts. My footsteps and the quiet creaking of Olivia's wheelchair echo throughout the halls. There's already a few others, some older folks and college students. We're definitely the youngest people here. Olivia waves me to come close and speaks in a quiet voice. Alright, they got sculptures over that way, and those are cool, but what I'm looking for is the regular painting halls. Which should be... She looks around a bit and jams a finger down the corridor. That way. Got it. I wheel her down the direction she picked and into a large room. It's definitely what she was looking for. Paintings adorn the walls, evenly spaced apart and displayed with all the relevant information. If Idekin's work is anywhere, it'd be here. We start We start searching, and man, this building is beautiful. I end up taking lots of shots. Olivia was a bit nervous, and it made itself very clear if I used flash even once, she'd nibble my arms off. I'm taking shots of Olivia looking around, the building itself, the occasional sculpture or painting I find neat. This is really fun. We definitely got to make this a reoccurring thing. At some points, Olivia stops and talks with one of the other visitors. She's actually hitting it off pretty good and introducing herself. She even gets to make a couple connections to local artists. A few even give her a business card. Didn't know artists needed to use those. And the art itself, itchy ear. Some of the paintings are beautiful landscapes. Some are abstract. Might be that modernism thing Olivia bum-rushed me with on the way here. Some, though, are just trash. Overly pretentious. Just warped, ugly figures or meaningless arrangements of colors. I can do better than this. Olivia stares a bit at some of them. Don't know what for. Far as I know, a lot of this stuff is just used in money laundering. We search on and on, but none of the paintings we see are by Idekin. Even after an hour, even after splitting up to check on some of the smaller rooms, we find nothing. Eventually, we take a break in the main hall. Even the benches here are sleek. So far, all of the modern art stuff has been... To be honest, they felt like absurd jokes. I know exactly what you're talking about. Between very questionably shaped statues to just objects glued onto hanging canvases. It's all just bizarre to me. So, no luck? Nope. It doesn't even have a bottom. Like... What the fuck? Out of all the things you could have put in this game. That is the one thing I did not expect. It looks like a collectible out of a Rare game. Oh my god. We watch a small group bickering before a stone relief of a toilet. A very nice toilet, but still, My foot jostles Olivia's empty chair before us, which we've used as a makeshift table for all of our stuff. Say, Inko. No, I'm not. Whatever it is, we're not doing that. No, no. That's what the displays in the stores are for, obviously. There's a glint of mischief in her silver eyes. She motions me close and whispers her idea into my ear. I feel my own mischievous grin start to form. With a nod of agreement, my hands reach for the handlebars of Olivia's chair. There was one small thing, since we're in a museum. There was this book that we read in school, and then afterwards I think they had us read the book because at the time, like, they made a movie about it, you know? It was like that with Because of Winn-Dixie and stuff like that. I remember it was a book about two kids that run away from home, brother and sister, and they live in a museum. Like, they go inside the bathrooms right before closing, and then they just stay in there. And then they sleep in the museum once it's closed. And I don't know what... I guess I could look up a description of it and find it on the internet, but I always forgot what the name of that was. The boy liked to gamble, and he was a cheating bastard. Like, he never shuffled his deck on the bus when he did that. You little bastard, what's wrong with you? I guess if they're too stupid to catch on. Anyways. With a nod of agreement, my hands reach for the handlebars of Olivia's chair. And then... I'm sorry, I was about to go in a horrible direction. Sorry. 10 minutes later. It took her that long? I'm sorry. I am so sorry. That's awful. God. Oh my god. That fell off. I'm so sorry. Just... You see that and you're like, and your mind goes into the worst places. Must be a statement against modern industrial pharmaceutical companies. No. Clearly a display of the isolation of the average artist today. Our makeshift hand puppets drop as we laugh, watching as a pair of suit-wearing 30-somethings debate over my camera sat in Olivia's wheelchair on the other end of the room. We're sat together, leaning heavily on each other as we eagerly keep an eye on our own little artistic display. It's pretty good, not gonna lie. NGL. On one end of the hall, just a normal, unassuming couple taking a breather and enjoying each other's company. It looks like Susie. God, Susie. Sorry. Look at this. On the other end, in front of a blank On the other end, in front of a blank section of wall, a lone wheelchair sits with a camera carefully placed in its seat. It was Olivia's idea. She's a genius. Every few minutes, a patron will come waltzing down the hall and take a pause to stare at it. Like it's the most profound thing they've ever seen. When some journalist-looking guy took a knee to get a picture, it took all we had not to burst into laughter. It worked on everyone that passed by. Without fail. Every time. Eventually, the flow of people slows down, and I feel Olivia squeeze my hand. You okay? Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. Sorry we haven't found what you were looking for yet. It's fine. I'm still seeing a lot of neat stuff. It does kind of suck it's probably not here, though. Yeah, I hear ya. You got some new buddies I saw. Yeah, we're not the only artist here right now. One of them was here to check her work, since it was recently displayed. Wow. There's a lot of great stuff here. Nice. I'm glad. I really like the... Oh, what do we have here? What have we here? If that's supposed to be something in particular, I don't recognize it. If it's not 100% original, you know. It's an older woman who called out to us, approaching with a serpentine look in her eye. From her elegant sequin dress to her bright golden heels that click with each step, I can only guess that she's some important figure here. Wait, ma'am, would you be... Olivia's excited words are cut off by the well-dressed woman, now standing right before us and sporting a simple smile. Yes, Alina Scarborough. I own and operate this gallery. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Mrs. Scarborough. The rehearsed words come out so easily. All those garden parties I'd attended, having helped me learn the proper etiquette. I'm incognito, and she's Olivia Halford. You two are awfully young. Are you two on a date? Yes, ma'am. Olivia blushes a bit at how confidently I say it. Why here of all places? What piqued your curiosity, if I may ask? I'm working towards becoming a photographer myself, and today was all Olivia's idea. I can see. That DSLR you have certainly brings back some memories. Olivia straightens her posture with confidence. I'm an aspiring artist, Mrs. Scarborough. Please, Alina is just fine. Right, Alina. I wanted to learn more about the current art world. And there's a particular art piece I'd like to see here. Alina nods. Is there anything here by a Trent Idekin? Idekin. That's definitely a unique name. One I haven't heard in a long time, and one I couldn't possibly forget. You mean... Yes, I'm certain we have some work from him still around. Would you like me to lead the way? Yes, please. I believe it's a bit far on the other end of the facility. I can see how it'd be easy to miss. It's a bit hidden away from in one of the smaller rooms. Come. She stops mid-turn. Huh. I don't remember that being installed. Oh my god. Interesting. Hey. Oh, well, aren't you too rambunctious? Well played. Sorry, Alina. Don't be sorry. Being little rascals is what a lot of art is all about. Come, it's this way. I start pushing Olivia, following the gallery owner. Olivia motions me to come close and whispers in my ear. I like her. She's fun, yeah. Olivia rounds a corner and clears her throat again. So, Olivia. Yes, ma'am? You say you're looking to be a better artist. Do you mean professionally? Yes, actually. That's wonderful. I'd love to see your work sometime. If it's good enough, we can even feature it here someday. Really? Oh yes. This place is a great way for our local artists to be supported. Why's that? The building in my business is a non-profit, yes. But artists can choose to display their work for commercial purposes. A substantial amount here is for sale, and all the money goes to the artist. A substantial amount. Maybe Olivia would appreciate some memorabilia for today. Wow. That's amazing. I'm definitely interested. Great. I didn't even know there was a place like this. Do you know of the other advantages that could work for you then? Advantages? No, I don't. The gallery owner takes out a small tablet, tapping lightly on the display until she presents a digital flyer to Olivia. Yes, there's several organizations that support disabled artists. From simple connections up to running their own exclusive events. If you want, I could pass your name around to some of the busybodies that tend to show up to poach up-and-coming artists. I can't help but cock an eyebrow at her tone, or how she used the word poach. Olivia must have thought similarly as she shook her head. No, thank you. I need to be an artist that's good enough on my own. And I need to be an artist that Ideken would be proud of. Without any crutches. I'd be a terrible student if I did. Oh, you knew Ideken. I should have figured. How is he doing these days? Ideken's... he passed away. Oh, I'm so sorry. My condolences. Was he important to you? Olivia was a student. I understand. I only knew him decades ago. His work was superb. But I didn't know he had an apprentice. Oh, Are you his apprentice? Miss Selena, a moment, please. Almost puked. Abraham, I'm clearly in the middle of... What is it? The shipment is here. They need you to sign right away. Of all the timing, I'm so sorry, you two. This will only take a moment. Yes, Alina. She points down into a room next to us. It's right in there. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be right back, I promise. You good? Yeah. Let's go see it. We enter the small display room. The lights are kept intentionally dimmer in this room to create a calmer atmosphere. All along the walls are more paintings, and there's a lone bench in the corner of the room. Which one is Attican's? Maybe there's more than one. So that's where that came from. That is the goofiest thing I've ever seen in my life. My God. That's some Disco Elysium shit right there. Which I will probably play on this channel. There it is. I cut up to her. The name on the painting is unmistakable. Trent Ideken, age 19, alma mater, St. Hammond High School. And then the painting itself. An elaborate depiction of a dino. Twisted and warped stylistically. I can't tell if it's mocking or what. And it's part of a set. Here's a half dozen of its type of... There's a half dozen of its type on the walls here. Huh. It's the real thing. Wow. They're amazing. But what is it? Didn't I tell you on the way over? Ideken's early work was expressionist portraits. He made these when he was just a year older than I am now. Some of these are historical figures. Some are just people he knew personally. A few are just everyman. They're made in a very special way. The portraits show the person distorted in unique ways, based on that person's life and Ideken's opinions on them. Uh-huh. Are they in praise of the people depicted, or critical? People would get into arguments over that. If they were satirical caricatures with a little too much effort put into them, or if these were in praise, showing people's lives as truly a part of them, through the brilliant brushwork. But he never said. I wonder why. If you ask me, I think it's both. It's not about how good or bad he wanted to depict people. It's a brutal sincerity, an urge to embrace your flaws and strengths together. People either disregarded one or the other in their interpretations. It's like he recreated the proverbial half glass of water. Amazing, right? I think. Honestly, to me, it just sort of looks like an ironically ugly distortions of characters painted in a very skilled way. I like your interpretation. It's really deep. Thanks. In all honesty, I don't understand what the purpose of these paintings are. Swirling some colors around a person's head doesn't do much to express their personality. I wonder what people would say about Olivia's paintings if they were hung up here. Will she even get that chance? It's a lot harder to get into the mainstream nowadays than it was when Ideken was her age. Speaking of... Hey, Olivia. Why did you reject Alina's offer earlier? I said already, I want to be a good enough artist without that stuff. If I'm Ideken's legacy, I need to live up to his accomplishments. Ideken didn't need any benefits when he got... Ideken didn't need any benefits to get where he was, so I shouldn't either. Are you sure? Olivia cocks an eyebrow. It's just a kickstart to your career. It's a safety net. It's a guarantee that later you can live up to a skill. It's a better chance to even surpass his acclaim. But it's not what I want. But it's not one I want. Ideken passed on what he knew to me. It's not right to take the easy way up. Besides, I don't want to be shoehorned into some... God. Besides, I don't want to be shoehorned into some niche category simply because I was born into it. And what of your own legacy, eventually? What happens if you can't just find another big break like that? You wouldn't be able to pass on what he taught you to someone else. Isn't that scary? It's terrifying. Her words shook as she said that. You make a good point, but... Olivia's eyes looked at Ideken's name on the wall, which seemed to fill her with courage. For now, I'll just think about it, all right? The loud clicking of heels causes Olivia and I to look towards the entrance of the room. Did you two find it? Oh, excellent. Yes, Alina, he found it. I just love this set. Who doesn't love a good bit of critical analysis? Did you get what you wanted? Yes, I think I did. I needed to see the real thing. Thanks, Alina. Of course. I'm glad to help. Is there anything else you needed? Actually, Alina? Is this set for sale? This set here. Now that I think about it, it was. Although the price was pretty high. I think he only wanted the money if it were really substantial. If you two know him, I could lower it for you to be something more reasonable. I think he would want that. I think it'd be nice to get at least one for Olivia. Here you go. Huh. She tugs at my sleeve. No, please don't. They're right where they need to be. But you just said everyone else doesn't get it. Even so, I want it to stay here, where everyone can see it. I could never keep it to myself, like it's some kind of personal keepsake. Please, Inko, don't. Okay, okay. Sorry, I just thought you'd appreciate it. Thanks for thinking of me, but no. Okay. I take Olivia's hand, her tense claws slowly receding. How much longer will these stay up? Oh, indefinitely, probably. People do really like the work. They just can't afford it. I suppose if someone does buy it now, his next of kin would get the money. I should contact them and make sure that sort of thing is arranged, just in case. Sorry for getting emotional right here. No, not at all. I think that mindset is very noble of you. Well, I have other things to attend to, if you'll excuse me. Thank you for your visit. Please let me know if there's anything else you need. As the owner starts walking away, Olivia squeezes my hand. Within her silver eyes, I can see Olivia's thoughts at war with one another. Alina? She stops and turns again. Yes? You asked before if I was Idaken's apprentice. Yes, and then I got cut off. My bad. Are you? I am. Olivia gives a warm smile. Then I expect big things from you. While Olivia said I shouldn't buy Idaken's pieces, I could still give something to Olivia. Taking up my camera, I adjust the ISO and f-stop so I won't need to use my flash within the room. Inko? This'll just take a moment. It's a simple matter, the paintings being the sole subject of the photos I take. I don't even have to manually focus on them. My camera clicks near silently as I pace the room, capturing the perfect duplicate of each of our teacher's works. When we finish here, I'll be sure to print and frame them for Olivia. But for now, I should focus on our date. I stroll back to Olivia and hand her my camera so that she can inspect the shots herself. She smiles as she looks over them, and I take hold of her chair. Say, want to go snag some of the little sandwiches they had at the front? Sure, you drive. With a nod, we exit the room and start heading back to the main hall of the gallery. Inko? Olivia's head tilts back so she can look me in the eye. Sorry if this wasn't the ideal date. What? No, I'm enjoying it, Olivia. You sure? Absolutely. In fact, I want to see more galleries like this. Just the two of us, critiquing fascinating new pieces, giving our honest thoughts. Snapping photos of the best ones. I could definitely picture us going on more dates like this. However, there's also another date I have in mind. Olivia? Yeah? About the winter formal. Yeah. Do you still want to go with me? I nearly stumble over her now wagging tail. Of course. We are going together. Yes, I know, but I mean... Yes, Inko, I want to go with you. Her eager words sends a wave of easiness through my mind and body, relieving tension that I haven't even noticed. So, it's a date. It's a date. A smile tugs at her face as she reaches out for my hand. I take hers and we continue our walk to the exit. On the metro ride back, Olivia leans against my shoulder. Her eyes follow landmarks out the window on the other side of the car as we pass them by. Alright, that's fine. Despite the loud humming of the tracks, I feel Olivia humming to herself. So, what are you thinking? I'm trying to put my thoughts together. What I'm going to say for Ideken's memorial. I definitely have all the pieces I need. Just having a hard time stringing them together. How so? I don't know. Just needs to be something that will really do him justice. I need a solid direction. We pass under a few bridges while the thought sits. What do you think? A direction. She nods. In that case, I think I have a few ideas. What I saw today, I saw a lot of you. How Ideken affected you. How his teachings shaped who you are now. That story is amazing. And I know everyone else will love it as much as I do. There's your angle. Olivia doesn't respond, but I feel her humming to herself again. Maybe. That is a good point. What if people don't get it, though? I'm unsure, still. No, the more I think about it, the more I think that needs to be the big thing. After all, who was closer to him than you? Even you say you're his apprentice. Doesn't that mean you're the end result of his life's work? Let his work live on through you. I'm sure he'd love that. She smiles to herself. Yeah, I think you're right. Thanks. This really helped. I'm glad to be of service. The rest of the ride goes quieter. Just us enjoying each other's company. I try to escort Olivia back home when the time comes, but she insists she can get there on her own. She offers me one last hug before we part ways for the day. As the metro races towards my stop, I think about the future. Olivia and I are going to the winter formal together. I'll need a good outfit and a bouquet if I want to impress her. God, what could possibly go wrong? Who knows? I wonder what kind of dress she'll want to wear. It might be hard since she's disabled, but maybe I can look into it and give her some suggestions. It's December. Winter in Folcadera Bluffs is officially here.